Here are other ways that you can market the broker's open house too. Obviously, social media will be king. Tell people about the open house on social media. Make it clear it's for real estate agents and not buyers. Make it clear this is a VIP, invite only experience, that if they would like a special invitation or like to be on the guest list, please DM you and let you know. Also, let other real estate agent groups know about the event. See if they can share it with the members on their teams, especially out of brokerage. If there's an online realtor group, share the information directly there with the online realtor group. By phone, old methods still work, and uh, they are still appreciated by a large percentage of the market. These are going to be including picking up the phone and actually making the calls to your peers directly. It is not the fastest way, but there may be some guests that you prefer to call and build that relationship rather than just sending out an invitation in bulk. Then, of course, don't do this without email. Email itself is important. They need to be targeted. They need to contact your sphere, your sphere of realtors, and create a personalization inside of the invite itself. Most email marketing software will allow you to do this all by itself. They can code in at least a people's name directly into the appropriate field. Do not forget to invite people in your own brokerage. They too have buyers, and they don't want to be disregarded when someone in their agency takes the time and the effort to put these events together. From this, please build a contact database of realtors. You need to make sure that you always have a database handy from now and into the future. These are the contacts that you're going to use for local agents, real estate professionals, other people that influence the agency itself, your inspectors, your appraisers, your lenders, your title company advisors. Plenty of CRMs out there. You can build a separate database. You can easily tag these members or store them separately as real estate agents or real estate professionals instead, so that they don't end up getting just all of your marketing. Plus, a lot of the CRMs that are out there allow you to create some pretty nice listing websites and showcase the properties. It's nice to be able to promote a new listing that you have with a simple click to your sphere of agents, your professional sphere, so that they can get that invitation quickly too. IDX website is great. Robust CRMs I've talked about. Marketing automations are good too. There are some great tools out there for you to be able to make sure to not only build a lead conversion system, but make sure that you're consistently out and publishing for yourself. Platforms need to make sure to have some type of mobile experience so that you can do this on the fly. If you're a real estate agent like I am, you're not just sitting in the office all day long hoping that someone knocks on the door so that you can do some real estate work. The food and the beverage. I will wait until step 7 on this, because if I started talking about this in the beginning, I would probably still be on it. Make sure your open house is a little more fun. Serve drinks, serve snacks, maybe even have a theme for the event. Ask guests to wear a special hat or fancy clothes, whatever you'd like to do, but make it next level. You can keep the marketing as simple as you'd like, but the main goal is to make sure that you're keeping people on the property to speak to them about the selling of the house. I don't care if you got to go old Britain style and do a tea and crumpet event, or, you know, a cruddle platter with dips. You could go a Mexican event and salsa and chips and quesadillas, canned soft drinks and sodas. You could go a healthy event. You could do the fruit plate, wine and cheese only. You could do champagne and chocolate dipped strawberries for all I care. But do something, and do it better than you would for just a traditional open house to the general public. I don't expect you to go full 5-course meal, but I do expect you to represent yourself and your brokerage well, and take the opportunity to take some pictures of yourself doing this and the other agents in there appreciating it. Believe me, social media goes a long way to showing off what you care about your industry. Put the things out there that matter. Plates, utensils. Instead of using the homeowner stuff, you can use some nice recyclable stuff that's out there. You can go with a heavy plastic versus a paper plate. Things like that are going to make a difference. Go to the wedding section of the party store and get a little more higher grade utensil than you normally would, and Don't just expect everybody's going to enjoy using a toothpick. Everything you bring to host a broker's open house needs to also leave it with you. Bring the bins, bring the trash bags, thoroughly clean the place before and thoroughly clean the place after, taking the trash with you. It is not the seller's responsibility, nor should they feel burdened by you having a flashy event in their home. Next thing would be, don't forget your tech. Using technology at these events are going to make things a whole lot better. Play background music while everybody's there. Make sure people relax and stay longer. The vibe will feel more leisurely, and it'll create some atmosphere. It'll allow people to talk, and you need to make some introductions if necessary to keep people talking. Show your broker's open house live on social media for those that cannot attend. When you're doing the tour for all the other agents, do it on camera so that people that couldn't make it can still be a part of it, even though they don't get the wine and cheese portion. Digital sign-in sheets. Pass around a tablet. Make sure everybody signs in and gives the appropriate information so that you can keep them posted and make sure they're automatically added to your CRM. This is going to help you collect that set of guests that you need for all future brokers opens too. That Spacio opens a really cool digital sheet, and you can design it specifically for the open house. It'll help you track attendance. It'll see what kind of information that you need for follow-up. And if people want to do kind of a quiet review of your event and the house, they can do it there instead of having to expose it publicly. Make sure that the cool part about Spacio is it works on just about any device. You could even pass around a phone if you want, but I certainly recommend a more personal experience rather than handing off your phone, like a separate tablet, so that people can take their time. Should be able to be accessible on any device, by the way, if you're going to use some other platform. If you're going to do a virtual tour during the event as well, or like a digital storybook for your listing, you can stream that from any device too, and you can play it on any of the TVs in the house or from a laptop while people are there. If you're limited to just your laptop screen, make sure to place it near the entryway so the guests or the agents that are there will stop and take a look before they tour, so they know what to expect and they know what you're expecting whenever they're walking through the home as well. And again, nice little gift bag, thanking them for coming on the way out. Branded is appropriate, but at minimum, your business card should be in there so they can reach you faster, and place them on a small table on the way out the door so they all make sure to take one and know that that's what they're there for. If you have the marketing to put together some swag as well, throw some additional swag in there, thanking them for it. Your broker would probably help you with doing this so that more agents are exposed to who their brokerage is, especially if they are a smaller or a boutique brokerage. It is critical for them to keep their name out there and wonder, why isn't my big box brokerage doing things like this? So bring your full color listing data sheets, real estate brochures, any other information that you can provide on the property needs to be included at the event. They need to be able to take not just an MLS sheet, but an actual marketing sheet that you designed for them. They need to feel like you came prepared and did something different for this event. They need to feel like they need to step up their game to participate at your level. Certainly, if you can do a branded cup or a mug or a water bottle, those are very popular these days. Go right ahead. Certainly, nobody's going to complain if their gift bag has a nice pen, t-shirt, mug, or some fun item like a scented candle or bath bombs or some candy, or they have some very nice, inexpensive earbuds out there that you can have branded too. These are the kind of things that people are going to care about. You don't have to pay an insane amount of money to make people feel like you went above and beyond for them. And then probably the most important thing during this event, show the property. As much as we all love to have fun and create those lasting memories during an open house, it's important to remember that the main goal for you here was to make sure your guests explore the home and share their experiences with their network. The potential clients that you can build from this is astronomical if it's done right. Some broker guests might breeze through the property, and that's okay, but it is critical to make sure that everyone knows about the unique amenities and the features that make this home special. During you touring them, you're hosting a walkthrough tour. You might even want to add something to keep them focused. A scavenger hunt, by the way, is a fun way of doing that. They keep a piece of paper with them that in each room you're looking for certain items. So they'll have to fill out the sheet and maybe a special gift or a special prize for them or a special call to their broker, letting them know that you could not have sent a better representative to the event. And thank you so much. They represented you well. But the scavenger hunt idea allows them to kind of be a part of the tour itself. They can look for these items in each room. Hey, what did you see in the baby's room that makes you want to fly? Make them write down an answer, that kind of thing. If there's a bird or something like that in the room, or kite or an airplane, that's the kind of stuff that will keep them interested, and they'll remember that when they leave. Feel free to take that idea. I want no credit for it at all. If it is successful, send me a thank you. And then the follow up. Follow up no matter what. I don't care which class you take or which one of these coaching sessions you are on. Follow up is a big component to my success. Send a thank you note, or at minimum, a follow up note or a text or an email. After hosting something like this, you should promptly send out some type of personalized message. Much appreciation, handwritten note on a business card. Follow up within 2 or 3 days, and consider sending a brief follow up email a week later, reminding them about all of the things that they saw while they were at the house. Maybe include a few picture attachments so that this house stays top of mind. This is a marketing to realtors event. You have to treat it as these are now your extended sales professionals, and you want them selling your home first. Again, if you're just not the type that has a lot of imagination or creativity, go to Canva, throw up the little Canva AI button, talk to it a little bit. It'll help you with some ideas. As a busy agent, I realize it is tough to do all this stuff yourself. You can certainly outsource it where you can. Fiverr's a great tool if you want to get out there. You can find an event planner, you can find a manager to set things up and market the broker's open house for you. You can have one less thing to do. Thousands of professionals lists all of these services that they can provide on there. Prices starting at like $5. Save some of your time planning for these events and marketing these events yourself when someone else can do it for you. So I am going to take a couple of questions today, and I appreciate those of you that are piling on the hearts and the likes. Thank you very much. That's what makes these things really fun to do. First question is, what is the best time for a broker's open house? Okay, so kind of like we talked early in the conversation today. Ideally, during the work week, early in the afternoon. A work day is this will often be a winding down for agents. So agents are more likely to attend at the closer to the end of the workday, but certainly during the working hours. It's also important to consider the seller's schedule about what type of broker open house you plan to host. The seller may just be leaving work or kids coming home from school in the afternoon. So please be considerate of this. Do this while they're out of the way. If you're going to host a brunch, then it's going to occur mid-morning or right before the lunchtime, middle of the afternoon kind of thing. So make sure you are flexible in your approach. How about a broker preview? A broker preview, by the way, is just another name for a broker's open house. The broker's preview is when real estate agents and brokers invite other real estate agents and brokers to tour the listing. So the event is not open to the public. Again, the purpose is so that other agents can see it, make sure the home meets their standards and their buyer client criteria. It's going to help sell the home faster when more real estate agents are touring the property and they're bringing it in. And you get to use this to your advantage with your client. 15 agents toured this property in one night when we've had the house listed for several weeks, and you've gotten 1 or 2 agents that have even bothered to make a phone call. This forces the analytics that sellers truly want to see. Should a homeowner leave during a broker's open house? Yes, homeowners are not required to leave during an open house. However, it is highly recommended that they do. When brokers attend an open house and when other agents attend an open house, they plan on doing a thorough walkthrough and tour of the home. Brokers participate because they want to assess if the property is going to meet client needs. If a seller is lurking around or working from home, it's going to make attendees feel very uneasy. They will absolutely not be open and engaging, and they won't be honest with you about the feedback they have with the house either. So, close it all up for you today. If you are ready to make a lasting impression, hosting a broker's open house is your channel to shine. Personalized invitations, generating excitement, adding those touches of fun, icebreakers. Your fellow real estate agents and pros are your audience now. Tailor your approach accordingly. Time it right soon after listing the property. Invite colleagues from your brokerage. Stay connected after the event to anyone that is included. And if you have any questions or open broken house ideas, don't hold back. Ask and try it out. I want everybody to have a great day today. The April swing has begun. I know we are super busy day to day here at Keystone offices, and we appreciate all of you that are agents that are listening, that you're giving us the additional attention and visibility in the market too. Thank you. Feel free to stop by and have a chat at any time if you're more interested in some of the things that we're doing. For those of you that are clients, if your agent's suggesting a broker's open house for you, this is a fantastic idea. You want this type of information. You want this type of feedback on your home. So this is the business event you need to sell your home. I appreciate all of you very much. Have a great spring swing. We'll talk again next week. Take care, everybody.